those were all my highlighters. I'm decluttering these three, so I'm gonna put those back and then we'll get the blushes into play. Here we have my pride and joys. This is my entire blush collection. We'll talk about these in a second. I wanna get this out of the way. This is the pre-rebrand, as you can tell by the font, Morphe 9B blush palette. You can't get this anymore, so I'm not gonna spend a ton of time on it. This was a gift from Hannah Louise Poston, and I love this deeply. This is really fun to work with and play with. They're super pigmented, which is not so great for someone with fair skin like Hannah, but it's amazing for someone with deeper skin like me. You can use these on the eyes. I don't. I just use them as fun, different experimental cheek colors because I never buy things like really bright candy pinks like that. But now I have one. I think blush palettes are a lot of fun. I think I already swatched those. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind here. And I love using these. So thank you, Hannah, but we're moving on because you can't buy this. So thank you, goodbye. Thank you for sparking joy. Let's talk about this little baby. This is the Juvia's Place Afrique blush in the shade Bella. My guy, this is, ooh, just took a chunk out of it with my nail. This is like dummy pigmented. This blush's level of pigmentation is dummy thick, honestly. Are you even ready? Like, for what reason isn't that pigmented? This is wild. This is like ridiculous, man. It's so beautiful. It's such a wonderful color, but like, I have to be so careful with this. And when I'm using this, I tap my brush in once, gently. I don't even let all the bristles touch it. It's so much, but it's so beautiful. This goes on sale sometimes. If you have like very deep skin, I think this would be like the greatest blush match for you imaginable. I would honestly recommend picking it up when Juvia's Place or Ulta puts it on sale because it's stunning and beautiful and a queen. We love her. Also, needless to say, packaging is on 100,000. Beautiful, stunning, vibrant. We love that. From A1 packaging to, I don't know, what's the opposite of A1? Z1 packaging? This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in the shade Mellow Wine. This looks like it has been to war. This packaging looks like it just got home from being thrust through the black hole at the end of Interstellar. I don't even travel with this. Like, it's not like this is in my purse and I just took it out for this video. No, this literally was just sitting in a drawer, sometimes being jostled by other compact products. It's cracked, it crumbles, the packaging is so cheap and terrible. This one day just completely fell out of the pan, which sucks, and I would love to be able to travel with this because this is one of my favorite blushes I own. It's a perfect, like, neutral, perfect orangey pink. It's perfect. I wear it all the time. This might be controversial. Can I say this? I would gladly pay like $1.50 for everything Wet n Wild makes if it meant that their compact packaging wouldn't be this terrible and flimsy. And I'm being serious. I think the axle on this is broken too. Let's see. Yep. That is just not connected. That's great. Thank you, Wet n Wild. I mean, thank you because this blush is excellent, but like also thank you sarcastically for not ever investing in packaging. I literally would pay more money. I would. I'm being serious. Anyway, God, okay. These were two gifts from the same glorious, illustrious, goddess-like subscriber, Wendy, who sent me the Natasha Denona blush and diamonds. Diamond and blush. Diamonds are forever, forever, ever, forever, ever palette. She actually sent me 3 blushes from the bomb. She sent me the Cabana Boy blush, but I actually decluttered that a couple of months ago. These are the In-Stain blushes in the shade Houndstooth and Toile. These are beautiful blushes. Toile is like a less intense version of the Juvia's Place blush. They're pretty similar. You can see that Juvia's Place is a little bit more deep red and Toile has some more pink in there, but they're very similar in my opinion. And also this is a much sheerer, firmly packed formula, so it's a lot less daunting to work with. Beautiful. It's super firmly pressed and super sheer, but it makes it an amazing blush. Like it's not, I like a very sheer blush. I don't want all the pigmentation on earth to come up when I put a brush in there. You know what I'm freaking talking about? This one, Houndstooth, is very special because in addition to Houndstooth being my favorite fabric print, this also looks identical to my very first blush, which was this like Neutrogena healthy skin blush called like Perfect Plum or some such. It's this exact same color and it makes me hella nostalgic. Where am I? There I am. I love that. I love it so much. I wear both of these pretty frequently, and I just liked seeing them sitting next to each other. They're wonderful little blushes, and I really like them. This is the Too Faced Cherry Bomb blush. This was part of the Tutti Frutti collection. I don't mind this. I wore it today, actually. I kind of want to like smash it up and combine these two sides together because you get like a really nice, luminous, goldish red when you swirl them. And it's very pretty, and it does look good on the cheeks. Sometimes it can come across a little patchy though, which is weird. It's okay. It has a cherry scent, which is fine. I don't mind an artificial cherry scent, but like, here's the thing with it, and this is so stupid, but I bought this during like a very high octane, stressful time in my life. So now when I smell it, I think of that time in my life, which is like not ideal. I don't know, I'm like vaguely considering decluttering it just because I don't like love using it and I want to give my other blushes more use and I don't need to have it. Like, I think I was just curious about having something from this Tutti Frutti line that I do enjoy it. I don't think I'm gonna declutter it. I think I'm gonna hold on to it. Yeah. And my last powder blush to talk about. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take this out of my collection for a little while and see how I feel about it. I have, like I said at the beginning of the video, I have this big gold pouch, which is hilariously also from Too Faced, where I keep all of the makeup that I declutter. You can already see the other stuff from earlier in the video in there. This is just so I have a convenient place to put everything when I have like friends look over it and whoever takes my makeup. Yeah, so it's gonna live in there, and if I find myself missing it, then I'll take it out of there and I'll know that it's meant to be. But if I like don't freaking think about it, man, you know what? It's just gonna go. It's in the vault now. Perfect. Ooh, she thick. Back to this sweet angel baby. This is the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Rose Doro. This is an OG. This like clear acrylic part actually fell out and I glued it back into place because I was like, I don't want anything jeopardizing this blush. I love this little baby. This is the perfect ideal blush. This is the blush I wear on days where I don't know what blush is going to complement my makeup and clothes the best. So I just put on Rose Doro because I know it's gonna look good. Yes. Terracotta, perfect, love her. These blushes are notoriously hard to pan because they have this big ass dome, but like she's a little flat, you know what I'm saying? Like you can see it, she's a little flat. I'm gonna hold on to this until I frickin' pan it. I'm gonna do it. I also, I keep sparkles in here. It's just like a convenient place to store my glitter. Doesn't that look cute? Okay, perfect, love that. Never parting with it. She's my favorite. Let's talk about the creams and liquids. This is a little special angel baby. This is not something you can buy because this is a cream blush that I made. I made this out of my own two hands and melting together and smushing together a couple other products. Here's the story of this little blush. Let me swatch it first. Terrible swatch. Let me do another one. There it is. Basically, the story of this little baby is I got this sample bag of random Ulta products free with an Ulta order. And there was this terrible cream highlighter stick in there that just looked chalky and terrible on my cheekbones. And there was this terrible lip color in there that looked chalky and awful on my lips. So I was like, all right, let me smush these together and make a blush out of them. I didn't successfully make this blush using just them. I did use a little bit of cloud paint in there. This is the makeup craft I mentioned earlier that required the sacrifice of a big slice of my Milk Mars holographic stick. I also used a little bit of like an old Wet n Wild liquid highlighter, the Hello Halo, which I bought and then immediately decided I despised, so it's not even in my collection, like it's in that big declutter bag because I hate it. It just doesn't flatter me at all and I bought a shade that's too dark for me. So yeah, I made this little cream blush and I actually used it every day for weeks before I was like, okay, I probably should use my other blushes that I already own that I actually bought. This little jar it's in, I had a 100-point perk of the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask that I just held on to because I was like, I'll use that for something, so that's why it's in this little thing. And it's like a perfect size. I just smushed everything together on a glass palette, which is just a mirror that I have. And then I microwaved it and then I poured it in here and then I had a little cream blush. We love her. Let's talk about these. We're zooming in for this. This is the Glossier Cloud Paint in Haze, and this is the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek in Quickie. I had this first, this is Haze, and I am so frustrated by this. I think I'm just not good with liquid blushes. I have tried this on bare skin and skin with makeup on it. I've tried using a dry and a wet beauty sponge with it. Glossier's website says to just use your fingers, so I have. I've tried sweeping motions, I've tried tapping motions, swirling motions. It almost always looks patchy on my cheeks. Now when I swatch it, it's gonna look fine and beautiful because I'm wrong, I guess. it's gonna look fine. I know it's gonna look fine. I'm swirling it, it's gonna look amazing, and I'm gonna look like I don't know what I'm talking about. But I swear to God, it comes up patchy and bad looking on my cheeks every time I use it. I don't know what the problem is. Because everyone seems to love these. This is like the one Glossier, this is why I'm stressed about it. This is like the one Glossier product that even people who hate Glossier and roast it all the time were like, I hate Glossier, but those cloud paints are amazing. Like, what? Like, I defend Glossier so much, and then the one product that everyone else likes, I don't like? How is that legal? How is that fair? I've used a lot of this because I use it in crafts when I need to darken up stuff because it's so dark itself. Like I just said, I used it in this little cream blush. I also wear this on my eyes with relative frequency. Actually, in my makeup I bought just for the name video that I uploaded in October, I'm wearing this all over my lid with some Milk Makeup eye glaze and light rail on top of it. Eye vinyl, sorry. And it looks great, but on the cheeks, it's a whole other freaking story. And so I devised a little bit of a sneaky plan. I was ordering some stuff from Milk Makeup, and I decided to order this. Like I said, this is the Lip and Cheek and Quickie, and the reason I bought it is because it is the literal same exact color as Haze from Glossier. This is Haze, this is Quickie. If you blend out Quickie, you get a very similar color. The difference between the two of them is that Quickie is so much easier to work with because it's like a gel cream stick thing. Tint, but it's great. It blends into the skin perfectly. It's massive. I'm gonna have it forever. The big milk sticks are also fun because this is like the same relative size as my cheek, but it's perfect because the mini of the Mars stick is the same relative size of my cheekbone. So it's like, this is for the cheeks because it's a blush. This is for the cheekbones because it's a highlighter, and like the sizes work really well with what you need to use them for. I'm not gonna declutter it because I do use it on my eyes, and I swear to God, I'm gonna make this work if it freaking kills me.
Hi guys, editing Nisa here. I just wanted to let you know that I've done some more experimenting with Haze since I filmed this, and I've discovered that it does work best with swirling motions as opposed to tapping motions with a fingertip. However, I still find that it can look a little bit patchy in the exact spot where the fingertip touches the skin because the product is the most thinned out there. So I still don't love using this. I'm not really a liquid blush person, like I said, and also I find that the packaging has a pretty glaring design flaw in that it's just a tube with a spout that has a tendency to deposit way too much product that you can't then get back into the tube. I think that if this had packaging similar to the original Too Faced melted lipsticks that had to push the product through a sort of dappling sponge, I think that that would be amazing packaging for this product. Like the outer packaging is pretty, but it's not very functional, and that's just a little disappointing. Emily, you do better next time, okay sis? Thanks so much. See you in New York.
But like, it's frustrating. And now it feels like I should declutter it because I have Quickie, which is, like I said, the same exact color, but I'm not going to because I'm going to win against this gloss and I'm going to win against Emily Weiss, and she will not catch me slipping, even though I just angrily decluttered 2 of her other very popular products. I'm not decluttering any of my blushes because blush is my favorite type of product. I think after mascara. I mean, mascara is the most important makeup product in my collection because I literally will not leave the house without mascara because that's a healthy attitude to have towards makeup. But blush is probably what I have the most fun with. I do cycle through these pretty much every day. The blush I choose depends on the other makeup I'm wearing, the clothes I'm wearing, the vibe of the frickin' day, what I feel like using. So they all get a pretty fair amount of use. There's no blushes in my collection that are just sitting around unopened and untouched. The children are all staying. I'm gonna, where's Haze? Where's that little bitch at? That's my whole blush and highlighter collection. I got rid of like 3 things. Like I said, I did not want this to be a ruthless declutter because I use a lot of this stuff all the time. Every day, we're getting closer and closer to pans, and I'm learning more and more about what I like and what I don't like, and it's a fun little journey, and I'm glad you came on it with me, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, but before you leave, I'm gonna need you to do a quick favor for me. If you could go ahead and have an amazing day for me, that would that would make me blush. Oh God, hated that. And if you would like to interact with me betwixt uploads, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at NisiPisa. You can also check out my second channel where I post music and covers called Extra NisiPisa. And if you are so inclined, you can also check out my Patreon, which is linked in the description. Listen, you guys are awesome. You're wonderful. You're sweet baby angels. You're wonderful, wonderful and amazing. We all love you. We all stand. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. Can making my dream. Okay, I was literally about to go off with my little dream girls moment. What's so important that you need me to check the freaking group chat right now? Like, what? What is it? Oh, it's Julian. Okay. We don't have time for that right now. They don't need to know about that.